Morning. So I say, let me pop in here fast. I might have to make a part two to this video because there's so much to unpack from the former press conference yesterday. Too much to try to say in 10 minutes. But what I want to ask this morning to the Honorable Miss Pennelope Beckles, who is the real leader of the opposition? Is it Foster Cumming? Is it Marvin Gonzalez? Is it Stuart Young? Is it Dr. Keith Rowley? The reason why I had to ask that because right now, Miss Pennelope Beckles, your leadership is coming across as very weak. And I want to know, Miss Pennelope Beckles, as a woman, as a female, and the first female leader of the PNM party, a party that would have had 70 years of reign in this country. If you are not now going to distance yourself from the comments of the former leader of the party, Dr. Keith Rowley, and if you do not distance yourself, then that says a lot about your leadership as a leader and as a woman. Because ain't no way you as a leader and as a woman could sit idly by and condone the utterances of the former leader by calling the Honorable Prime Minister a Jamet. And for the PNM Women's League, right? I want to know, and I'm listening to hear if you all will come and condemn the words and the utterances of the former Prime Minister, Dr. Rowley, and his utterances against a female and another woman. Because something like that shouldn't be seen as being acceptable. Because every day, women in this country, right, are being targeted and bullied by men. And utterances like that shouldn't be seen as being celebrated. But it would seem like the selective outrage in the PNM continues to flourish itself. Because I'm not hearing all them PNM activists, all those activists who always quick to pick apart everything that the Honorable Prime Minister say and say that she should apologize for this and she should apologize for that. But here we are, right? The former is making a derogatory comment like that, and this morning everybody quiet. Everybody quiet. Where is the outrage? Where is the outrage? For the activists and them, where is the outrage? Because I am very sure, I am absolutely sure that if those utterances was made by the Prime Minister, Ms. Kamla Persad-Bissessha, and she had turned around and labeled Ms. Pennelope Beckles a Janet, I am sure today every newspaper, everybody would have been up in arms. How she could say that, how she, the outrage would have been deafening. But now the outrage tend to be very quiet because of everybody trying to play it down. Everybody trying to play it down, Everybody trying to play it down. But you see, it's showing the undertones of the PNM and what it stands for. You understand? And you now see the reason why the PNM would have lost its way and it has descended into the gutter of politics. Because just look at the leader. Look at the utterances of the leader and you could know and understand why Stuart Young felt comfortable to say that the Prime Minister went and zami in the washroom, right? And where that same Dr. Rowley could say what? That you have to groom women like a golf course. Keyword there being groom women, right? These are the utterances and these are the thinking, you understand, of that leader. And it goes to show you exactly why Trinidad is the way it is, right? Because you want to come now and say that, the PNM have been in power for 70 plus years, right? 70 plus years of PNM rule, and look at this country. And out of that 70 plus years, the PNM party have been the one that have controlled the reins of power the most. And look at this country. Look at this country. I want all the people, all you let us look around and see how this country looking at, and tell me, after 70 plus years, right, with the PNM having the majority reign, how this country looking, how the roads looking, how the infrastructure looking. You just have to look at Laventille, the PNM stronghold, and out of those 70 years, I don't think the PNM have ever lost that seat in that Laventille, Beetham Junction area. They never lost. So 70 years, look at the infrastructure of that area. Look at the people. Look at the high unemployment rate. Look at the teenage pregnancies. Eh? Look at the educational level. Look at the opportunities of the people in that area. And it just goes to show you exactly what the PNM is and how they represent. Right? They don't care. They literally don't care about the people and the core supporters who have always had their back. They have no shame and they are blatant with it. Right? He said a lot, it's plenty to talk about it, but I definitely will come back and make a part 2. Right? Because you're also seeing the undertone in that when he said that for the 70 years, for the anniversary, according to him, he didn't get an invite. Right? He didn't get an invite and he will deal with it at a later date. Penny? But I see now that apparently that too is a lie. Because now it is being coming out that he not only got an invitation to the 70th anniversary, it was hand-delivered to him. So how we could go on a press conference and lie? Dr. Rowley? Why lie? So you would have gotten the invitation and you somehow forget? Maybe you should come out and apologize to your members for saying that you didn't get an invitation when you actually got an invitation and you forget. But I doubt he will come out and admit that. And I doubt he will come out and apologize. Because that is who Dr. Rowley is. That is who Mr. Manning tried to warn we about who Dr. Rowley is, but we didn't listen. We didn't listen to Manning when he tried to warn us about Dr. Rowley and when he don't get his way. Right? And for the other one, Regis, right? Wanting to call our Prime Minister, which, Miss Camille, like you forget you went past Matt's out. Like you forget that you went on a platform and say that you went past Matt's, that he didn't even attempt it. And for nobody, don't laugh at me. Don't laugh at me. Say they want nobody to laugh at you. For basically admitting that you're past Maths, that you're not good with numbers, that you never even attempted it. Right? You didn't want nobody to laugh at you, but here you are, up on a platform, casting stones. Casting stones against the Honorable Prime Minister. I am very sure my Prime Minister passed Maths. And she's very well educated. Maybe you should go back and attempt to do Maths, Camille. It's never too old to go and start taking over Maths and actually go and do a little lessons, and educate yourself and edify yourself so that you wouldn't come on a platform and make yourself look dunce. Camille? All you have no shame, boy. All you have no shame. But then too, you just have to look at the leader, you understand? A fish that's rotten from the head. And you just had to look at the gutter politics that the then leader of the opposition, Dr. Rowley, used to practice, and you will actually see why all of them, from Shamfa, Stuart Young and all of them, why it is the way it is. They have no shame. Gutter politics. And that's just exactly who the PNM is. Anyways, Oya, I'll go pop back in with part 2. Peace.